what's up, it's Jasmine Rozay, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm just gonna come and spill all the tea to let you know how I bought my very first house by myself, single mom of one. And I ain't out here balling, you know what I'm saying? I'm balling on a budget. I'm not out here caking, but you know what I'm saying? I'm surviving. Let's put it like that. I got student loans, credit cards, car payment, all that, and I still was able to buy my own house. So I'm gonna tell you how I did that. So I went through this program called Habitat for Humanity. And what Habitat for Humanity is a nonprofit organization that basically helps people become homeowners or whatever. They know that the cost of living is rising and our pay is staying the same and we're not making any money. So they're trying to find a way to help us so that we're not paying $1,000, $2,000, $900 or whatever for rent when we could be homeowners and put that towards what we're buying and building equity and then building a future to leave behind for our kids or whoever. So I really enjoyed being in the program, and this program has helped me buy my first house, which I never thought I would be able to do by myself at 26 years old. Like, that's something that is really blown my mind, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Like, I could do nothing but be thankful and thank God for everything. But let's get to the details. So how I found the program was I had a friend who just also went through the program. I knew nothing about what they did. I knew about Habitat for Humanity. You know, they were like, oh, go to the store. They like, do you want to donate $1? You or they got the Restore, and it's called Habitat for Humanity Restore, where people donate their gently used appliances or furniture or whatever, and they resell it so that they can have the money to build a house. And did I not tell y'all this house is brand new, built in 2018, hunty, brand new. Nobody has lived here but to me. Where they do that at? What do you get a brand new house for $135,000? Where they do that at? And it ain't it's not cheap, it's not thrown together, it's not some weak, like, you know, project, nothing. It's a nice house. I actually have a townhouse. So, yeah. So, it's different steps that you have to follow in order to get through the program. So, first step you have to do is apply. So, there's a minimum and a maximum for your family household. So, since I have a daughter, my household was 2. So I think the max was like $48,000 or something like that, which I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't like that, you feel me? So I met it, and I think the minimum was like $17,000. So there's no excuse to say, oh, I don't make enough money. Like, the minimum even for one person was like $15,000. So you could be working a nothing job and still qualify, you know, as long as you can pay the mortgage, that's it. So yeah. So I get sidetracked, I'm sorry. I'm looking out the window and everything else. Anyway, so you have to apply first, and then they tell you, okay, you meet their certain threshold. So then you have to come back and they give you informational meeting, and they tell you to bring all these documentations to come to the meeting. And so then you send the information, and you come and they talk about their program and how it works. So you go in, and then you give them your documentation, like W-2s and taxes and stuff like that. So I gave them all that. They see all the stuff that you pay in a month. You write down like your bills. You got a car payment, you got this and this and this. Oh, the sun going away. Okay, yeah, so After that, they kind of like review your information. Then within like a month, and not even, they call you back and they're like, okay, you're approved to be in the program. Then they come in and then you go in and they have orientation. So in orientation, basically they tell you how it's gonna work. So you don't get a free house. You have to work for that house. So they have this thing where you have to do, it's called sweat equity. And what sweat equity is when you help volunteer to build on somebody's house, in your house. So that's how they come up with the people, free labor basically, in order to build the house from ground up, because they're nonprofit. You know what I'm saying? And all they do is take donations, and that's how they really build it. They don't have money to get a contractor to come out and build each house. So, and that's only for the single family houses. I did get a townhouse, and a third party contractor did build my house. So that's only case where they will pay somebody to build a house. But any other time, if you're just getting a single level house, you're gonna help build it, and they have professionals that help build, but you're gonna also help build your house, and there's volunteers that help come out and help build the house as well. So yeah, you go in and they tell you I had to do 200 hours. So 100 hours was guaranteed outside. So you have to volunteer outside to do 100 hours. And when I say that was the hardest part for me, was getting up and being out there at 8 o'clock on a Saturday when I was working 2 jobs, going to school full-time online, had a daughter, and I still had to get up on the weekend and go out there and volunteer to build my house. And I was doing it during the cold, the rain, the summertime. Like, I had to get the hours. But the good thing is that you can bring people with you. They can help you get up to 50 hours of the 100 hours. If you get what I'm saying? So I had to do 50 guaranteed, and that person can only help me do 50. They couldn't help me do any more. I had to do the rest. And then they can only help you get 50 out of 200. So you still had to do 150 altogether, but you can still get 50 from a friend or a family member or whoever. So I had a friend that went out there with me to help me get the hours, so I didn't have to go by myself and work 8 hours to try to get 100 hours. Like, you know how many Saturdays that is? Yeah, so no, it won't happen. Anyway, so then I completed all my hours. So that's one part of it. You have to complete 200 hours. And then the second part is you have to take 10 home ownership classes. And they make it easy. So like, how many? 8 are online. One is a landscaping class, and that's a class that you have to go in and have one Saturday, and they show you how to take care of your lawn and so forth. And then the next one, the last one, is an 8-hour home ownership class that you have to actually go and sit in, and they talk about everything home ownership, equity, financing, saving money, repairs, all that comes with buying a house that really is your responsibility now that you bought the house. And let me give you the best part. So you can't, a lot of people don't really go out and buy a house because they're like, oh, I can't afford the down payments, or I don't have enough money saved, or my credit's not 100%, and blah blah blah. So their mortgage is going to be no more than 30% of your income, annual income, for one. Secondly, I only paid $1,700 down. $1,700.00 down. That's it, to buy my house and close on my house. And people are paying 10, 20, whatever, 30,000 down. Then they got closing costs. That was $1,700 down for my down payment and closing costs together. And yeah, my mortgage is low. It's for the low. You hear me? It ain't you know, $1,000, $900. I think rent for a 2-bedroom is going for like 12, 11 to stay in a nice neighborhood in Raleigh, North Carolina, or Durham. And I don't have $1,100 to give out for rent and be able to have the other necessities that I need. So I can truly say this was like a true blessing. But I just really wanted to come in and give y'all that, you know, let my moms out there, for one, know that you don't have to stop grinding. You don't have to think you can't accomplish anything. Like, you can still accomplish whatever you want to do on your own. You don't need anybody but yourself, and grind on your own and don't depend on no man, nobody to help you get nowhere in life. Because guess what? You could do it. I thought I could never do it, and I did it. I'm 26 years old. I bought my first house. I just graduated with my bachelor's, all while working 2 jobs to take care of my daughter and provide. So there's no excuse to why you can't do something. People are out there working 2 jobs, got all these kids, and still have the time to go out there and get their hours. And they let you volunteer Wednesday through Saturday. And then you can also volunteer in their store, which is like 9 to 6 during the day. So you have different opportunities where you can come in. Sometimes they'll have events where they give you double sweat equity. Like, you just gotta come out there and they'll give you 16 hours just for coming out there for 8. So it's different opportunities and ways that they help you. But I can't say your credit cannot be trash. Like, they don't want you to have no more than $1,000 in collections other than medical bills. So that's not bad. I mean, you know, some people don't have health insurance and they might have medical bills, and that's something that we can't help in collections. But they still look around that and they understand that, but they don't want to see you got a loan with Sprint and you owe them $1,200 or $1,300. They're not trying to see that. You feel me? So work on your credit right now before you even try to apply. And I can also give y'all, if you would like to see a video about how I fix my credit in order to buy a house, I can do a video on that. Just give me, leave it down in the comments below. Also, what else was I about to say? I just got a brain fart. Oh, and they also want to see that you're paying your bills on time for like a year. So if you got that credit card with Macy's, you got that credit card with Fashion Nova. Do Fashion Nova got a credit card? No, they do. They need one though, because I would have one. Damn. Forever 21 or H&M, you know, JCPenney, Belk, whoever, Sears, even though they're going out of business. But yeah, pay those cards down and make sure you pay on time. Even if you don't pay them down. Pay the minimum payment on time. And that's really all that matters. You can still have old credit cards and still buy a house. I have credit cards. I had a car payment. I had student loans on mine. Yeah, and I still bought my house, so there's no excuse. But yeah, if you would like to see another detail, if you would like more information or a very detailed video, leave it down in the comments, and I will try to go ahead and make a video for that. But yeah, power to my moms out there. Even if you're not a mom, you can still do it. No discriminating against anybody. They want to help everybody. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.